Hey YouTube, Goddess Lily. I have a new 4x4 inch lace front to show you. This is for a client that I just completed this for this week. This is very beautiful Wagman hair, and I believe it's Malaysian. This is the hair. This is the hair that I have left. So I think this is 20 inch. But anyway, that's going back to you. A little windy out here, so bear with me. Okay, so here is a very, very nice close-up view of your hairline. Let's see. It is natural free parting. And here's the inside. So I did a little something different. I rounded the edges for you as I asked you if you wanted them square around at the bottom. And you said round, but as I sewed the foundations, it came out a little square. So I have mixed emotions about that. I think I'm gonna probably square them. So I did the foundation a little different this time. It's narrower, and normally it's really just a 1/4 inch of elastic, and normally it comes out a little further, but what I did was after I do machine sew it, I machine sewed the edge, and then I cut the lace and I folded it over and then machine sewed it again, so it's double stitched around the edge. I do bleach the knots now. I am including in my cost bleaching the knots, so everything you see is included in the full cost of the lace front. The foundation, the bleaching the knots, the baby hair if you want it is actually not included. That is a $10 additional charge, and you have to let me know if you want the baby hair or not. So this is the inside. And I have to tell you a little bit about my method of bleaching the knots. I actually posted a video for you on bleaching the knots, and I want you to look at that video because this is what it looks like against my skin. Hold on, let me give you a nice good part. Or a straight part if I can. So all the knots are not 100% bleach. That's because in order to get them all 100% bleached, you're going to have to do 2 bleachings because this is really, really dark hair, and my goal is not to bleach it blonde. I'm only offering a light brown bleaching, trying to bleach it the color of the net is all I'm going to do. I'm not trying to bleach these knots bleach blonde for you. I actually uploaded a video on how to bleach your knots, a quick and easy method. If you want your knots lighter, this is not just you particularly, but anyone that I'm making a lace front for. If you want your knots lighter, follow that video. It's very, very simple to do. It's a sponge method, and you can go ahead and do another application and sit and watch it get as blonde as your heart desires. So that's the variation in bleaching. You're not going to get all one color or every single knot that's, you know, in there. But so your unit is all double knotted. That is included in the cost. You can you know, it's free parting. You can pull it forward. You can put a part on the side if you want. But I'm just really interested in letting you know that you have a natural, really, really beautiful natural hairline. And that's what I specialize in. My lace fronts is giving you a very beautiful natural hairline. And of course, that takes time. It takes, you know, putting thread in single knotted, double knotted, but single stranded across the front for you takes a lot of time. So I really do hope that you guys are very appreciative of my work. Okay, so just want to give you, let's see, you sent me 2.4 ounces. This weighed in at 1.2 ounces for the final. And just comparing on your last lace front, you said no baby hair. So I don't know if I asked you or not, but if you want baby hair, it only, you know, takes me a couple hours to add it in. So you can let me know if you want baby hair or not before I send it off. And I seal this for you too. I put 2 coats of Easy Tab. That's included in the cost of my lace front. But what I actually want all of you to do that get lace fronts from me once a month, I want you to buy some Easy Tab. This is it. And I put a video up on my method with the sponge of applying Easy Tab once a month. I want you to watch the video and just, you know, this is on a brush, but you're gonna, you know, actually wipe this with the brush and then just sponge it over. You need to do that once a month because nothing is permanent with lace fronts, lace wigs. They're all gonna shed eventually if you don't do your maintenance. So do your maintenance. Let's see, one thing I want to say is that when I cut this elastic at the end, and that's for all of you, I have to put a little bit of crazy glue to keep it from fraying. And sometimes this crazy glue will turn white after washing. So you just take your little black Sharpie and just kind of go over the edge of it to keep it from turning white. And what I wanted to bring you and show you what I use to camouflage, you know, the very edge of my wig. I use these, they're called hair highlight markers. And they're basically not a permanent dye. They're kind of used to get your gray out. And so what I do, because I have gray in the front, I prefer to only do one thing to my edges, and that's to perm them down. So what I do is I use the black like this, and I just kind of go across, you know, my gray, and then I go across the front of the edges so it can match my edge. So you can probably see it looks dark, and that's because I do go across the edges. So it will wash out. I have brown. This is brown. The brown is actually on a mascara wand. So this is just a simple way for you if you want to camouflage the very edge of your lace after you cut your lace. You know, I'm sure most of you are used to cutting the lace. This is a really good lace. It does not fray or ravel. This is lace that I get from A. Marie. I'm sure all of you know A. Marie Lace Wigs here on YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful lady. She makes lace wigs. Get all your lace wigs from her. She comes highly recommended. So, you know that when you're sewing your lace fronts down, you don't sew across the edge. You basically have to just lay it and sew from here on. If you want to sew it, you're going to sew it at least a ½ inch from the edge. You're not going to sew. Basically, you don't want to run any thread across the edge. The lace front is just made to just lay flat, and then you start your sewing around the sides, not across the front. And if you need to camouflage it, just get you some of these semi-permanent dye markers and just kind of go across the edge to match whatever color your edges are. And that'll take care of that, because what I noticed that I don't dye my roots or I don't bleach my knots, because I do not like the way it looks. I don't like that blonde look. And you guys like that, then, you know, it actually looks really blonde on your skin. Well, for me, it shows through. I don't know. It just looks really, really red on my skin when I put it up there. So I would definitely, if this was mine, I would definitely take my temporary, you know, marker and go across that front so it would blend in, you know, with my natural hairline. So anyway, okay, that's all I needed to share with you on this video. And just I did go in and I did trim some of the mustaches. I didn't trim a whole lot of the mustaches, so you're still going to have some thickness in here. I did a video on how to go in and brush out your, I call them mustaches, but I think most of you guys call them returns. And just the video didn't come out clear for some reason, but you can kind of still see what I'm doing. Just kind of part it and brush it out and just clip it, but don't clip it way, clip it like a half an inch to half an inch from, you know, the scalp or the net. Okay, so there you have it, and I think that's it. Thank you for watching.